Dear friends, welcome to the first module of the course Developing Life Skills. We will try to see the basic concepts of life skills and life skills education. We are living in a very busy world. Everybody engaged in their busy schedules, irrespective of age, nature of job or course of study, and hers struggling to find time to accomplish their targets. In these complexities, many of us forget about how to live a quality life and how to handle various problems of our day-to-day life. Thinking about inner self and being optimistic to the complexities of life is essential for leading a successful life. Today, the young generation are rising up with a growing sense of suspicion and gloom. Adolescence is a period when the intellectual, physical, social, emotional and all the capabilities are very high, but unfortunately most of the adolescents are unable to utilize their potential to the maximum due to various reasons. They are susceptible to many issues such as alcoholism, drug abuse, sexual abuse, smoking, juvenile delinquency, antisocial acts, etc., etc., that have an adverse effect on them and others too to a great extent. The rigorous competition, redundancy, lack of job security, etc., are some of the major concerns for the educated, and as a result they are trapped in the crazy race. Most of the people never think of the necessities for being alert of self, and little initiation has been taken for understanding our own strength and weakness and the opportunities available for our nourishment. This results in low self-esteem, inability to handle pressures at work and in personal lives, eventually ending up in depression. The power of young generation is unimaginable if properly channelized and nurtured. It is recognized that to prepare the young minds as productive human capital, the foundation has to be laid during the early period of life. Student life is marked by all-round intellectual and mental growth. The parents expect from them to perform well in academic and compliance to family and societal values. They have to become accustomed to these changes and cope up with the substantial problems, meet the expectations of the parents and teachers to deal with their personal needs and ambitions. As a result of these complex circumstances, they face uncertainties and dilemmas and find themselves often crossroads of life. This not only generates a lot of stress for them, but also enhances their vulnerability to unhealthy and wrongful practices. This emerging challenges demands immediate and effective responses from a socially responsible system of education. Proper training should be given to students with regard to how to handle the issues of various situations connected with personal life, study habits, relation with peers and other members of society, pressure at workplace, etc. Such skills which enable a person to tackle various stressful situations of life and to lead a happier life are called life skills. Life skills enable a person to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. It is a person's ability to maintain a state of mental well-being and to demonstrate adaptive and positive behavior while interacting with others. It enhances the person's coping resources and personal and social competencies. When learning environment is motivated with positive thinking and helps to look forward to the future with hope and confidence, then students find themselves adequately prepared to handle pressures and stresses of life. These skills are developed through the life experiences of an individual. Also, life skills can be inculcated to the early years of life easily through schooling itself. Adults also can gain life skills through training programs. Life skills training in schools must meet the social and emotional developmental needs of students for effective teaching and learning to take place and for students to reach their fullest potential. Efficient and innovative life skills education package for curriculum which can move towards better preparing youth to enter and contribute to a competitive and global workforce is a need of the hour. Life skills education bridges the gap between basic functioning and capabilities. It strengthens ability of an individual to meet the needs and demands of the present society and helps in dealing with the above issues in a manner to get desired behavior practice. Imparting life skills training through inculcating life skills education will help youth to overcome such difficulties in life. Thus, the fundamental focus of education therefore needs an extraordinary emphasis on developing such skills in students, as they are the imperative to build a dynamic citizen who can cope up with the future challenges and endure. At this juncture, it is worth enough to discuss the concept in detail. Life skills. Life skills is not a novel concept. Perhaps it existed from the beginning of the human civilization. Life skills are a set of essential skills that facilitate us to effectively manage the challenges and questions we face in our daily lives. They include confidence, assertiveness, decision making, and the ability to stay safe and healthy. Life skills are abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable humans to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of life. The overall reflection of one's behavior is the sum total of the appropriate combination of different skills. Logically, it is the psychological competency and steadiness of the concerned individual. The most appropriate intervention for the promotion of this competence of children in school is to enhance competencies through the proper use of available resources by the process of life skill education and training. Life skills can change our mental setup and the style of functioning. This ability will enhance utilization of human resources and increase productivity. The World Health Organization has defined life skills as the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. According to WHO, life skills consist of personal, interpersonal, cognitive and physical skills that enable people to control and direct their lives and to develop the capacity to live with and produce change in their environment. Life skills are the fundamental building blocks for further development of the personal skills for health promotion, which is one of the key action areas in the Ottawa Charter as illustrated below. UNICEF defines life skills as a behavior change or behavior development approach designed to address a balance of three areas: knowledge, attitude and skills. The UNICEF definition is based on research evidence that suggests that shift in risk behavior are unlikely if knowledge, attitudinal and skill based competencies are not addressed. Now let us move to the conceptual origin of life skills. In order to better understand the term life skills, it is helpful to investigate its origin. As mentioned earlier, the concept of life skills is not a new one, but it has been evolving from the primitive human communities. But the concept of life skills education or an attempt to incorporate life skills in education system is relatively a new thought emerged in recent years. An early mention is in the 1986 Ottawa Charter of Health Promotion, which stated under the rubric of personal skills that health promotion supports personal and social development through providing information, education for health and enhancing life skills. By doing so, it increases the options available to people to exercise more control over their own health and over their environments, and to make choices conducive to health. This links life skills with responsible personal decision making and the capacity to make appropriate behavioral choices for a healthier life. A clear application is in the area of substance abuse, where life skills has become part of the vocabulary in school education. The concept was broadened by World Health Organization and various other international organizations like United Nations Children's Fund, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and other agencies contributed much for the promotion of life skills among children and adolescents. The focus of life skills made by the World Declaration on Education for All is also notable. Deleuze Commission report of 1996 suggests that education throughout life should be based on the 4 pillars: learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together and learning to be. The crux of the problem, though, is in clearly identifying or categorizing those abilities from a broad range of positive and desirable attitudinal and behavioral outcomes. Life skills are essentially those abilities that help promote mental well-being and competence in young people as they face the realities of life. Most development professionals agree that if skills are in general applied in the context of health and social events, they can be utilized in many areas like prevention of drug use, sexual violence, teenage, pregnancy, HIV, AIDS and suicide, and to improve the mental health. In short, life skills empower young people to take positive action to protect and promote health and positive social relationships. As mentioned earlier, according to UNICEF, this behavioral development approach designed to address the balance of 3 areas via knowledge, attitude and skills. Knowledge includes understanding of domains such as laws and rules, the democratic process, the media, human rights, diversity, money and the economy, sustainable development and the world as a global community, and of concepts such as democracy, justice, equality, freedom, authority and the rule of the law, skills and aptitude. Skill encompasses critical thinking, analyzing information, expressing opinions, taking part in discussions and debates, negotiating, dispute resolution and participating in community actions. Values and attitude encompass respect for justice, democracy and the rule of law, openness, tolerance, the courage to defend a point of view, and a willingness to listen, to work with and stand up for others. The World Health Organization lists the 10 core life skills as self-awareness, critical thinking, creative thinking, decision making, problem solving, effective communication, interpersonal relationship, empathy, coping with stress, and coping with emotion as represented in the diagram. Life skill development is applicable for everyone, irrespective of the age limit or nature of profession. Who would like to be most successful in career and look for a quality personal life? Sometimes we are baffled with indecisive situations, and to find answers to become a Herculean task. In such tricky situation, life skills helps to bridge the gap. In continuation of the conceptual evaluation, it is worth meaning to analyze the life skills component wise. Major components of life skills. The World Health Organization categorizes life skills into the following 3 components. Life skills has been classified into 3 broad categories: thinking skills, social skills, and emotional skills. Coming to the thinking skills. Thinking skills are the skills that contribute to the logical ability of the brain to enhance analytical ability, thinking creatively and critically, and developing problem solving skills and improving decision making abilities. The individual must also be skilled at evaluating the future consequences of their present actions and the actions of others. They need to be able to determine alternative solutions and to analyze the influence of their own values and the values of those around them. Coming to the social skills. Social skills include interpersonal skills, communication skills, leadership skills, management skills, advocacy skills, cooperation and team building skills. It include verbal and non-verbal communication, active listening, and the ability to express feelings and give feedback. Also in this category, negotiation and refusal skills and assertiveness skills are included that directly affect one's ability to manage conflict. Empathy, which is the ability to listen and understand others' needs, is also a key interpersonal skill. Teamwork and the ability to cooperate include expressing respect for those around us. Development of these skills set enables the adolescents to be accepted in society. These skills result in the acceptance of social norms that provide the foundation for adult social behavior. Coming to the emotional skills. Emotional skills involves knowing and being comfortable with oneself. In emotional skills, self-management, including managing or coping with feelings, emotions, stress, and resisting peers and family pressure, etc., are included. It refers to the skills to increase the internal locus of control so that the individual believes that they can make a difference in the world and affect change. Self-esteem, self-awareness, self-evaluation skills, and the ability to set goals are also part of the more general category of self-management skills. Anger, grief, and anxiety must all be dealt with, and the individual learns to cope up with loss or trauma. Stress and time management are the key skills in this domain. Up to now, we have been examining the conceptual evolution of life skills. Now let us discuss how this can be incorporated in the process of education. Life skill education is a value added program which aims to provide students with the strategies to make healthy choices that contribute to a meaningful life. Schools are uniquely placed to play a key role in promoting and sustaining young people's emotional and social health as part of their role in providing a rounded quality education which helps people to gain the confidence they need to develop into successful adult. Life skill education is a basic learning need for all individuals. Various skills like leadership, responsibility, communication, intellectual capacity, self-esteem, interpersonal skills, etc. extend its maximum level if it is practicing effectively. Life skills education is applicable to all age of children and adolescents in schools. However, the age group targeted is mainly 10 to 19 adolescent years, since young people seems to be most vulnerable and behavior related health problems. It helps adolescents to understand their self and to assess their skills, abilities and areas of development. It also helps adolescents to get along with other people and adjust to their environment and making a responsible decision. The main objective of life skill education is to enable the learner to develop a concept of oneself as a person of worth and dignity. Interpersonal and psychosocial skills cannot be learned from sitting alone and reading a book. This effectively means that life skills can be learned through the use of certain methods and tools. The scope of life skills education differs with level of the education system. As a long-term goal, the life skills education should cover the entire education process, that is from primary school to higher education. Life skills as a separate subject as well as by integrated method can be spread across the curriculum. Life skill education should be very dynamic, that can incorporate not only teacher and students but also parents, community members and organizations. The program should consider the local issues that are familiar to students. There are many techniques, both qualitative and quantitative tools are developed for the evaluation of life skills education. Now, let us examine the objectives of life skills education. The objectives of life skills education program is to teach the students how to participate actively in various decision making and voting process, weigh up what is fair and unfair in different situations, realize that justice is fundamental to a democratic society and study the role of law in maintaining order and resolving dispute. Consider how democracy, justice, diversity, tolerance, respect and freedom are valued by people of different beliefs, backgrounds and traditions within a changing democratic society. Comprehend the roles of citizen in holding those in power to account. Explore diverse national, regional, ethnic and religious cultures, groups and communities. Now let us address the crucial issue, how life skills can be implemented in classroom. So let us coming to the implementation of life skills education in classrooms. Imparting life skills education in the classrooms has been researched meticulously by various organizations and institutes. There are various past research indications. Our life skills be implemented as a training program, as an intervention approach and a model contributing to the healthy development of adolescents. Different activities that can be used to enhance life skills in students are as follows. Classroom discussions. Discussions provide opportunities for students to learn and practice turning to one another in solving problems. It enables students to deepen their understanding of the topic and personalize their connection to it. Through discussion, we can develop skills in listening, assertiveness, and empathy. Brainstorming. It allows students to generate ideas quickly and spontaneously. Helps students use their imagination and thinking out of the box. Good discussion acts as a starter because the class can creatively generate ideas. It is essential to evaluate the pros and cons of each idea or rank ideas according to certain criteria. The third one, role plays. Role plays having the power to keep the whole class active and participative. It also provides an excellent strategy for practicing skills and experiencing how one might handle a potential situation in real life. It can utilize increasing empathy for others and their point of view and increasing insight into one's own feeling. Groups. Groups are helpful when the time is limited and it maximizes student input, allows students to interact, allows knowing one another better, which in a way enhances team building and teamwork. Games and simulations. Games promote fun, active learning, and rich discussions as participants work hard to prove their points or earn points. They require the combined use of knowledge, attitude, and skills and allow students to test out assumptions and abilities in a relatively safe environment. Analysis of situations and case studies. They provide opportunities to analyze and explore challenges, dilemmas, and to find out solutions. Also providing opportunities for working together in groups, sharing and ideas, and gives insight and promotes sometimes to see things differently. Case studies are powerful tools for analytical problem solving skills. Engaging in this thinking process, students improve their own critical thinking, decision making skills. It also gives chance to confront risk or any challenges and finds way to cope up with. Storytelling. Storytelling can help students think about local problems and develop critical thinking skills, creative skills to write stories or interact to tell stories. Storytelling ends itself to draw analogies or make comparisons, help discover healthy solutions. It also enhances attention, concentration, listening skills, and develops patience and endurance. Debates. Debates provide the opportunity to address a particular issue in depth and creatively. Socially relevant issues as well as health related issues including food habits can successfully convey through this method. It allows students to defend a position that may mean a lot to them. It offers a chance to practice higher thinking skills. While implementing life skills education through the above mentioned and other techniques, there are certain criteria to be kept in mind. They are as follows. Life skills education should not only address knowledge and attitude change, but more importantly behavior change. Second, conventional methods which used for information transmission may not suitable for this program. Therefore, the lecture should be substantiated with exercises and situations where participants can practice safe behavior and experiences its effects. The adult learning theory emphasizes that adults learn best that which they can associate with their experience and practice. Continuous and sustained provision is essential. If a message is given once, the brain remembers only 10% of it one day later, and when the same is given 6 times a day, the brain remembers 90% of it. Hence, the needs to repeat, recaps, reinforce and review. Such programs will work best if combined with policy development, access to appropriate health services, community development and media. At this point, it is better to pinpoint the advantages of teaching life skills. Advantages of teaching life skills. Imparting life skill education in young students will bring valuable benefits to individuals and society. Through life skills program, students will be able to identify differing and opposing views and express their own opinion on what is fair and unfair in different situations. They will formulate questions in order to examine various issues and problems and begin to assess their impact on individuals and communities. Life skills education helps the students to prevent antisocial activities and behavior and to endorse various values and skills. Students will use the information they obtain to make informed contributions to discussions. They will work together with others in order to plan and undertake courses of action that will address significant citizenship issues. Through such programs, children will begin to identify the different ways in which people can participate in society through individual and collective action and how they can make changes in their communities and entire society. Life skills enable individuals to translate knowledge, attitude and values into actual abilities and enable individuals to behave in healthy ways, given the desire to do so and given the scope and opportunity to do so. Significance of life skills education. Efficient and timely implementation of life skills education is a need of the hour. Imparting life skills education to the students can be helpful as it specifically addresses the needs of children, helps in motivating, providing practical, cognitive, emotional and social and self-management skills for adjustment. Many research studies in this area proved the positive outcomes of life skills education. On the whole, life skills education have found to be an effective psychosocial intervention strategy for promoting positive social and mental health of adolescents, which plays an important role in all aspects such as strengthening coping strategies and developing self-confidence and emotional intelligence, as well as enhancing critical thinking, problem solving and decision making skills. Thus, there is significance and importance of life skills education to be integrated into the regular school curriculum and give none a daily basis to enhance the mental health of students, equip them with better adapted skills to face the challenges of changing life situations and empower them to become fully functioning contributors to the host society in particular and the world in general. Life skills education can be executed out of regular school environment also, like special program, workshops and campaigns. Such initiatives would be helpful for the public and also who were not part of the main educational stream, since life skill education is applicable for all. To conclude, considerable progress has been made in the past decade in implementing life skill education as an effective mode of education to enhance social, emotional and thinking skills, and helps the 21st century adolescents to achieve their goals by strengthening their abilities to meet the needs and demands of the present society and be successful in life. However, further empirical researches are needed from researchers, academicians and professionals in the area related to demonstrate robust findings which signifies the importance of life skills education. Thank you for watching this program. Have a nice day.